We're for Europe.
What's going on,
Let's
man?
go.
Let's do it. Episode 4.
Yes, man.
So what did
Right
Matt
on
do this
time,
week?
as usual.
Yeah, a day late, but that's
A
good.
day and an hour early, so
Yeah.
getting better. There's progress. What did I do this week? Oh man, packing orders, a lot of orders, moving a lot of steel. Did some welding jobs, like for DIY Europe, and glued up some glass platens, which somehow everybody wants again. I don't know why, because they're terrible to make, terrible to ship, terrible to handle, terrible everything.
Why are they terrible to ship? Just because they break easy?
Yep.
Or?
Yep.
Yeah. So you must get some that arrive broken.
Yes. Oh man, I had a terrible thing. I also make them for housemaid,
Yeah.
and I had a box of like 20 of them, and they got there completely fucked.
Ugh.
Like, so fucked, man. It was terrible. And then the fucking insurance shit, they only pay like how do they say that? Like what you actually pay for the stuff, and it's a nightmare.
So what do you gotta pack them like in between wood or something, or how do you ship them?
Now I just do like a shit ton of the bubble plastic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the air plastic, and they just wrap them like you can use them as a American football. So that was my week in a nutshell.
Yeah. I just got home yesterday when we were supposed to record. I was down in Salzburg at the Salzburg Messerschmied. I don't know if you know those guys.
Yeah.
So picked up a bunch of Damascus steel that will go online soon as I get all the pictures and stuff set. And they bought a whole bunch of wood off me. They use my wood for the people who take their forging classes.
Awesome sauce.
And they got an awesome workshop over there with 3 power hammers, a press. They got surface grinders, mill, lathes.
Not impressed. Go on. Go on. What
You'll
else
be
do
impressed.
have?
They got like 4 or 5 grinders. 2 of them are, if you guess,
Revolutions.
Revolution grinders. Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
have
bought
2 grinders.
They have like 4 or 5 grinders. 2 of them are the 75 millimeters, and one I think is Batco, which I think they.
EU.
Yeah. I think
They're
that.
Dutch. No, it's not Dutch. It's a Dutch guy selling those.
I don't remember where he's from. We try to forget about him.
It's not a Dutch. It's not a Dutch grinder though.
Yeah.
So, I don't care about smearing other people on this podcast, Keith.
Go for it.
no. That's no. Ask me about it, and I'll answer.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna have a little announcement. I was kind of teasing you about it a week, so you've been waiting to hear about it, right?
Yeah, I want to say something about that first. I still don't. I don't have a clue about what it is. But if you don't tell me, like I have an announcement, but I'm not going to tell you. That's terrible for me.
So let's wait and we'll talk about it next week then.
No. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. I just sat there in my chair, being all being nervous about this.
No, nothing to be
better be
nervous
good.
about. I've been working with there's another podcast, a German podcast, 63 HRC. Tim Kogler and Ben from Alb Knives. We started working on this at the end of the knife show last year in Solingen, so Knife 2023. And we finally got everything all put together. We're working on a knife charity project, and we got 20 like top-notch knife makers that we will all be making a 220 millimeter K-tip Gaiuto. So that all the blade shapes are going to be the same. Everybody will do their own take on their handle work, whatever kind of wood or anything they want to use for the handles. And
Nice.
we have a table set up exclusively for these 20 knives at Solingen in Germany for the knife show. So they'll be all in display under a locked case. Everybody can see the knives, buy tickets. We didn't really make a price yet. We're still working on that with the charity. And
I want 2 tickets.
You want 2 tickets.
Yeah, of course.
You wait till you hear the names of the guys we got. You're gonna want more than 2 tickets.
Oh, really? I thought you were gonna say that. Wait till you hear the price. They're $500 each.
No, 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 no. So we're working with a charity called Kinderlaken from Germany. They help underprivileged children in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland get all the essential necessities that they need, like clothes and medical devices and school supplies, anything that they can't afford to get on their own. And I want to thank Sheer Knives. MacLeod helped us work with the charity. His girlfriend works there, so he's been working with us also to get this to happen. So it's going to be a big deal. Hopefully we can make some money for them.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a list of makers that you can?
You want to hear you want to hear the list?
Yeah, man, go for it.
All right, we got Martin Huber from Messerschmitt Huber. We got Tobias Hangler, Messerschmitt Hangler. He's the guy who made Apex Ultra. We got Benjamin Camone. We got Christoph Gehring from Forge Works. We got MacLeod from Sheer Knives. He's out of Germany. We got Sven from Sid Knives out of Austria. We got Jonas Noding. It's Messerschmitt Noding. And then we got Alb Knives and Spear Knives. Those are the two guys that are working on the project with me. We got Tisak Handmade Knives. I'll be making a knife. And we got
Tisak Handmade Knives. Dutchman.
Mark from Solid Grinds. We got Jonathan from Hopewood Goods. Oliver from Earl Kitchen Knives. We got Jonathan from Joby Knives. We got the two Messerschmitt, Salzburg Messerschmitt guys, Albert Angelberger and Andreas Fellner. We got Christoph Feichtel from Calderum Klingenkunst. We got an American guy living in Germany. His name is Derek Wolf from Wolf Knives. And Chris Wild from Wild World. So, a nice list of guys.
Is awesome.
Gonna be some incredible knives. So pretty soon we'll be working on getting. I'm gonna try and get like a little web page where people can go online and order tickets and see all the work that these people have made in the past. And as they finish knives, we'll add those to the page also. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm very excited about this. Wow.
Yeah.
So is there still is there still place for more knife makers or is it...
right now we're doing these 20 and hopefully everything runs smooth this year. We're gonna see how it goes and next year we'll maybe add some more things. Like this year we're doing it's all gonna be mono steel plates right now. We kind of wanted everybody to have the same design. And if it goes smooth, like I said, then next year we'll add the option that people can do maybe their own whatever knife they want to make, or they could add Damascus steel or anything like that.
So were you involved in who were on the list of makers?
Yeah, we all picked out people that we wanted, and we got pretty much everybody that we asked said right away that they would do it. So hopefully everybody finishes on time and we get these people on the list.
I just want to win Timo's knife.
Yeah, he makes awesome knives.
It's just insane that he's been making knives for was it 2 years now?
Yeah, 2-3 years, something like that. Yeah,
it's crazy. If you look at his knives, it's insane.
Yeah. Improved quickly.
He's gonna get a Revolution too.
Oh, nice. Hey, so speaking of the list, we got a special guest tonight. One of the guys on the list. We got Chris from Forge Works. Chris, how's it going?
I'm pretty good. This week was actually astonishingly really, really good. I finished up a lot of knives and I've already started with the knives that I wanted to make next week. So I'm pretty good on that.
Hey, how many knives are you pumping out a week?
Normally I would say between 10 to 15, I would say. And this week I started my week with I would say seven knives, around that. And I finished them all up. I think it was 5 jumpers and then a new model, which is called the Indomitor Shadow, which comes from the Indomitor line. And then I was like finished at like Thursday or so, and then I started prepping everything, and I was like, maybe I could record a YouTube video, but I already had one for this week. So I just started grinding on like 18 knives, and I finished that on Friday. So I ground like 18 knives on Friday. It was not that comfortable, but it was pretty successful. And then I just heat treated them today, and so I can go fully into these 18 knives next week and probably finish even more knives, because I will be probably finished with these 18 knives at like Wednesday or so. So that is the plan, at least.
A busy guy.
That's moving some metal, man. Holy cow.
Yeah. Luckily they were all like water jetted, but I had to do like with the Indomitor Shadow, it's like a skeletonized knife, so I had to round off all the corners and all that kind of stuff with file and sandpaper, smooth it out. So that's sometimes a little bit jarring, I would say, but it has to be done. So yeah, I finished that, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. And the good thing is with these skeletonized knives, like they have to be heat treated and then maybe finish ground. And then for the Indomitor, I get the sheaths made by Kydex Holster NL, and then I don't even have to make like the Kydex sheaths for this particular knife. So I just have to apply the finish and sharpen them, and then they're actually done. So I can pump out a lot of more knives, and I have like 12 knives where I have to attach some G10 via screws and then just rock pattern them and all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, sounds good, man. So, is that like your basic knife, or?
The Indomitor is one of my, I would say, my main carrier. I would say, because like the main Indomitor is a mid-tech production knife, so I get like a lot of things made for this knife. So I just have to do the heat treatment, the finishing, and the sharpening, and the final touch-ups on the handle scales. So I get a lot of stuff milled for me. So I can drop the price a little bit down on this knife, and I'm just advancing on this model, I would say. So the handle shape stays always the same, but now I'm coming up with like new blade designs. So we have now, or I have Indomitor Tanto, Indomitor Warncliffe, Indomitor Tanto. So it's all that kind of stuff, but you always have the same handles that goes onto the knife. So I don't have to design a new handle that goes onto each knife. So it's always the same handle, and that is also like the marketing behind it. If people see that handle and that specific scale, they know, oh, that could be like a Forgeworks. I know that handle scale from the main Indomitor, and I want to push that project out. Now for these three more blade designs that I just named, they're still getting all made by hand, because when I get like these blanks ordered, like those finished knives that are getting milled, I have to order like 200 each time. So that is quite a lot of money at the first time. So I'm waiting for that until probably next year, because you have to advance with a lot of money in the first place to set up those projects.
You need to buy 200 to make it like doable cost-wise?
Yeah. Otherwise it wouldn't be. And like a lot of companies, because they're saying, all right, we need at least 200 to make that order, because otherwise it's not worth it for them to set up everything, to set up the mill and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's sometimes a little bit iffy, I would say, but that's how it works, and I'm pretty happy with the Indomitor. And now the Indomitor Shadow, I have the same blade, but the handle is different. So it's always like, even sometimes the blade stays the same and the handle changes to the Indomitor Shadow, but it's always like people recognize that shape, even the handle or the blade shape. And now I have like the Indominus Shadow is actually like a skeletonized knife, and then I have the Indominus Shadow with a ring on the back of the handle because some guys wanted to have like a ringed knife version of that. So I started to pump out that one, and yeah, that's pretty nice because when I use the same blade shape, I can use those same sheaths for that knife, which makes my life easier. And these sheaths are pretty cool because they're really low profile, and you can even adjust the tension on the Kydex, because Kydex Holster and L put a lot of work into them. So they have like a set screw and a washer, a rubber washer between them, and you can just tighten them down. Maybe for like military guys who are doing like jumps out of airplanes, they can tighten them down so those knives, they don't get lost. Or when you have them looser because you're just carrying them normally, you can just loosen them up, which is really nice.
You wouldn't want a knife like that landing on your face when you jump out.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a really fun project, and I would say like the Hydra is this was my first mid-tech production knife, and now the Indominator, and I'm just trying to get these knives out there because I really love those designs, and they're practical designs, I would say. And I have a lot of fun working with them, and sometimes it's like pretty cool because I can do like 10 of my completely handmade knives in like a week, and I can even at the same time I can work on like 10 Indominator or 10 Hydra knives at the same time, because I don't have to put that much work into them and just finish them out at the same time. So I get like 20 knives in a week done, which is pretty cool.
I always like hearing the process behind it, and I always like when people like really think about how, like you said, how do I make my life easier?
Yeah,
how to optimize everything.
Yeah, like really get into the nitty details and like keep the handle the same and just change the blade shapes and like that. So production wise, you're always thinking about it. It's cool to see.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably also the reason why you pump out so many knives.
Yeah, I would say so, and also, of course, people know me for that, and it's like a running joke at the moment. It's like I rock pattern everything, which makes my life a lot easier. Instead of like shaping handles with like Coke bottle handles, I do it sometimes, especially on like kitchen knives, or I did 2 knives out of MagnaCut. Which were like chopping knives kind of, and I also wanted to do like really cool curved handles with like Coke bottle style. It's sometimes really fun to do, but in the same time, when I finish like 2 handles of these, I can finish like 20 rock pattern handles.
So the running joke is like you're always using that because it's easier?
Yeah, kind of. Like, people know me. I'm like, especially when I do like new knives or so, I'm like, all right, which handles should I make? And I'm like, yeah, just rock pattern it, And when people ask me like, hey man, like, can we do that handle? I'm like,
nope.
Yeah, we can, but rock pattern is cool, mate. And sometimes like, people like write me on Instagram, and sometimes I'm like confused, like, have you seen what I'm doing at my Instagram? I have like rock pattern everything, and I'm like stonewashing everything, and then they're coming up with like this super faceted handle and like satin finish. I'm like, dude, I'm maybe the wrong maker for you. Like, like I can make it, but
I feel like we need to get people to request more of that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, but the cool thing is also, it like when people are coming up with these ideas, I would say it challenges me, because normally I just do rock pattern and I just do stonewash finishes, so it challenges me and I come up with new ideas, because before I did these 2 choppers out of MagnaCut, I had a different customer who also had a satin finish on a MagnaCut knife with this Coke bottle handle, and I was like, it actually feels and looks pretty nice. Like maybe I should do more of that. And then I kind of made these choppers with these Coke bottle handles. I stonewashed them in the end, but the Coke bottle handles were there because I didn't want it to rock pattern them. I wanted to make something different and show the people that I also can do other things than just rock pattern it.
Yeah, I got one of the Dominators. I think the only one in Apex Ultra. Or have you made more?
Not yet. I think, yeah. The you got the it's not like the Warncliffe. I think it was like a mixed design from my really old knife, the Musketeer, I would say, and I just put like that blade onto the Indominator handle. I'm not sure if I should continue that model at the moment, but we'll see. But at first I want to do like these other 3 types, and then we'll see what is coming up next. Like I got a lot of ideas, but to make these knives, like you need those customers to buy all these knives, and you need also the money to get them like into production as well.
Yeah, mine's got a Cerakote finish on it, and I really like the way the logo comes out on those when you laser off the Cerakote. Yeah,
that's for sure. Like I'm also like looking into lasering. I have 2 guys who make the laser for me. It's really cool to have a laser because I get a lot of guys who want like a specific logo, and then I have to get like a specific stencil made, and they are pretty expensive. So when I tell them like, yeah, that's going to cost that and that amount of money, they're like, wow, okay, maybe we should leave that initials of the knife because it's just not worth it. But with a laser, you can just say like, yeah, man, that's like €5 extra or so, because it's really easy.
Do you have your own laser, or somebody doing the laser work for you?
Not at the moment. I'm looking into it. I have like the Cerakote guy in France is doing most of the lasering for me, and I've also got another company that sometimes does the lasering for me as well.
Yeah. So you got a guy in France, and you got a guy in where's the in the Netherlands that's doing your sheets?
in Germany. Germany. I've got the guy who does the Cerakote in France. I've got Leonard from Kydex Holster NL in Netherlands, and then I've got another Cerakote in Germany, and then I've got the other laser company in Germany as well.
Yeah. Nice. So you're working with a bunch of different companies. That's good. Get everybody working together.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Especially how I met a lot of these guys is also like, because I'm also like really big into airsoft, and my parents were at first, when I started with airsofting, they were like, all right, that's kind of weird, but we'll let him go, you know. And then I met like Leonard from Kydex Holster NL via airsoft, and later on, it was like, because my dad always said like, yeah, man, you need a network, you know, networking is so important in your later life because you need to know a lot of guys. Yeah. And he always was like, yeah, you have to have a network. And then I started with the knife making, and suddenly I had these guys like Leonard from Kydex Holster. I had LMS Gear, who designs really cool jeans, and we all met each other because through Leonard I met the guy from LMS Gear, and then through him I met another guy, so I built up that network via airsoft. Yeah. And so it's now like in my family a running joke with that network, because they were at first like, oh, you need a network, and I've built up that network with that kind of weird hobby. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, your dad was right. You do need a network, always.
Definitely.
And everything.
Yeah.
So. Smart man.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty happy with like my network. We've got a cool community. And like Martin Huber is also sometimes cutting stuff out for me, or when I need material because I forgot to order something, I just write Keith like, hey man, could you send me some G10? I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just chipping it right away. It's just a cool community, I would say. And what I also like about the knife maker community is that we help each other. It's not like, oh yeah, you could be like, you could steal customers from me. Like also when some guys write me like, hey man, could you do like a Scandi grind? And I'm like, no, I don't have any experience with that. Go to this knife maker, he makes a lot of Scandi grinds, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not just saying like, yeah, I don't do that, and just leave me alone with that. I'm just referring to other knife makers who could do that better, because I think that's just fair, and they are doing the same. So we have a really, really nice community, I would say. And also now with the project, I would say that is pretty cool because we have the same design with that blade shape, but we'll see so many different styles that will be on the knife. It won't be like 20 times the same knife, which is so nice to see that even if you're stealing knife designs, like I could take a knife design from Martin Huber or another knife maker, and you would see, all right, this is a Forgeworks knife, even though I'm not going to tell you steal designs, you know, but it's just interesting that even though there are so many knife makers, each knife maker has its own style, which is really cool.
It's actually pretty good if people are like using your design, and that's like relatively like, can you call something your own design? Like there's always someone that made something similar. It's I think you've made it when people are saying like, hey, that's like a Forgeworks design.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what all the different handles are going to look like. I'm sure that we'll be able to pick out Ben Camone's knife right away.
Man, I'm thinking about it, you know. I was like, at first, I never made like a hidden tang design. I never made a knife like that, so that will be challenging. I'm thinking about it, what I should do, because I kind of want to make like a standard knife, but that's not also kind of, because we want to show the different knife designs. So, and if we would make just like a normal Gyuto handle, that would be kind of boring because it wouldn't show my style. So I maybe
rock pattern it.
because I've never seen like a stonewashed rock pattern Gyuto, you know.
I can feel it coming up.
Well, if you read the instructions, it never says you couldn't change the handle shape. The blade shape is fixed, but you could probably make that to a full tang if you like.
That is good, because I'm like, because I sent you a design from me. I think so, back in the days when you started planning it
like
out.
a year ago.
I was like, yeah, mate, I hope he does like a full tang knife. You know, try to influence you. And then I saw that email. I was like, dude, man, I'm like a full tang guy. Like,
Ben from Alb Knives. He's the one who designed the blade shape for us.
Yeah, gotta talk to him now. But it would be also challenging for me to make like this knife. I have like a plan in my head how I can achieve it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what I come up with. Will be a surprise.
I started mine like 6 or 7 months ago. I got a little head start because I take forever to make knives.
Yeah. Luckily, you don't take forever for shipping material.
I thought it was serious knife makers only, Keith.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the backup guy.
Okay, shots fired.
How's your laser doing, Keith?
Laser's doing good. I made a couple of designs on my file guide tonight, just messing around with it. So I kind of got the aluminum laser etching dialed in, and gonna try and take some scrap pieces of Damascus and see if I can work something out. My logo is always hard to see on Damascus. As soon as you like etch it, you get all the black spots and the shiny spots, and then your logo kind of disappears. So I wanted to maybe kind of make some oval design that goes around it. that won't be etched. See if I can laser out something so it's easier to see.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why I chose like a simple logo, I would say, because it's really easy to etch.
Yeah.
But there you also have the problem because with your logo you can clearly see right that as knife material, and with mine I just have that gear logo, and I don't have a name on my knife, so you have to have the name so people would recognize, oh, that's a ForgeWorks knife right there. So yeah, maybe I will change it, not sure.
Well, you could just add ForgeWorks underneath or inside the gear or something.
But I will probably do that when I have a laser in house, because at the moment I'm just etching my logos with like an etching machine, and then this logo is super simple to etch, and people kind of know when they see that gear, like getting more, I wouldn't say famous, but people recognize my knives more and more, I would say.
Oh, you're famous. Oh, you are now. You're on the podcast, so now you're famous.
Now he's famous.
That's the plan, right?
Yeah. Hey Matt, did you hear the Fire and Steel podcast episode this week?
I did, but was it the short episode? Oh, you mean the one from today?
The one from today, yeah.
Nope.
They were complaining. They said that we ripped off the logo from Brian, and we were very unoriginal with our design. And
they can get fucked. Did they really?
He did, yeah.
They're such a bunch of... Okay.
Oh, you have to listen to it later.
I'm not going to listen to that anymore. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Toby is such a dickhead. It's just... he's an awesome guy. Like, we talked on the phone this week, and then he's all rainbows and butterflies, especially rainbows, because he's a leftist, tranny-loving, woke, vegan type guy. But yeah, and then he's gonna talk bad about us on this podcast. Shame on you, Toby. You dickhead.
Is that your whack of the week already, or?
Yeah, now he is. I had a different one, but this one is going to Toby.
Well, wait a minute. Let's stop the music.
Okay.
Welcome to Wanker of the Week.
Did anyone ever guess who did that?
No, nobody guessed, but I told them who it was on the last episode.
Oh, did you know? Shit. Okay, my wanker of the week is the entire Fire and Steel podcast crew, except for Honor. I like Honor. So
out of the two, the entire crew, but not Honor.
But not Honor. Maybe Honor. Or am I just saying this because he's famous and we want him on here very soon? Yeah, so Toby, for bitching about our logo, which is far more beautiful than their logo.
I don't remember the last logo they had.
Stickers. Like, how long have we been going now? This is the fourth week?
Yeah, fourth week.
Stickers already being made. How long is the Fire and Steel podcast going on? Like 3 years now?
Yep.
No stickers, no shirts, no nothing.
Nothing. Hey, did you get a lot of snow in the last couple of days?
No.
No?
Just
I got at least 30 centimeters, if not more. So
how about the snow?
That's gonna be my wanker of the week. Is every time it snows, the first time of the year, everybody on the road, it's like it's the first time they're driving. I was driving back from Salzburg, and the people are going like 30 kilometers an hour. It's like in Salzburg it was like kind of rainy snow. It wasn't even bad.
Get the fuck off the road when you can.
Yeah, it's like the meeting of the Summer Wheels Club, you know?
Yeah.
Because they haven't changed the tires.
Oh, you haven't changed your tires yet?
Oh yeah, I have, but like those guys, they're like, oh shit, I should have changed my tires, and they meet all at the side of the road because they crashed.
Yeah. Yeah. I love driving in the snow. It's fun.
Yeah, kind of sometimes.
Yeah, man, you can fuck around and drift and I don't know what else.
Yeah. Throw on the e-brake around the corners and stuff.
Yeah. Very fun. You could be like an American for a day.
Yeah. In a small car.
Yeah. 4-wheel drive, like front wheel drive. How do you say that?
Yeah, front wheel.
Yeah. They don't have that in America.
Yeah, we do. But
Oh,
like the
you're
big
like
trucks,
me now.
the big trucks and the muscle
This is
cars
not
are
fair, Keith. You can say like we do for Europeans, and you can say we do for Americans.
They got like rear wheel drive cars and pickup trucks are all like rear wheel drive, and those are horrible in the winter. Gonna drive backwards.
For that, I used to have a BMW that was awesome in the snow.
Yeah, you got a trunk full of cement bags to weigh it down. Well, the Revolution grinders in the trunk.
Yeah, I crashed that thing right into the front of the company next to us. Tried drifting. Terrible idea.
So, Chris, do you got a wanker of the week?
Well, if Meta or the whole social media is one wanker, then yeah,
sure.
Meta. Like we all know.
Suck the cock.
Yeah. Like we all had that happening like a couple of weeks ago where like Meta went crazy.
Yeah.
And you know how you can like see into your account and your account status to check if you're like still valid and all that kind of stuff, if they don't cancel you. And like my account status is like not visible. Like they always show like a fucking problem. Like, oh, it couldn't load now. So I'm like, dude, that is like now 3 months ago, since I can't look into that. And sometimes when I go on my computer and then go to Instagram, sometimes it works. So I don't even know if some posts are like shit and I have to maybe like file them. So hey guys, can you please make it green again and not like red or yellow or whatever. So that is kind of like frustrating because
that's so annoying, man. It annoys the shit out of me.
It doesn't
Not that
work.
I have a problem with like my posts or whatever, but it's just so. They say that like for you make like ginormously dangerous knives, weapons of mass destruction. That's what you're making. So that's why your account gets flagged for everything. But then again, on the same Instagram, like these days, they show me dead children every day. They show me tits every day. They show me everything that I don't want to look at every day. But then, you know, if someone wants to post something about the knife they made or whatever, it gets flagged as inappropriate.
Yeah, and also the algorithm is so random. Like, I have a lot of pictures of the Indomitor on my page, and like sometimes just like the same picture, like or similar, just with another finish, gets flagged, and all the other Indomitor knives are purely fine.
I think
and
Instagram is trying to tell you to change your finishes.
Yeah.
No
Maybe
more
I should
rock
do
band.
more satin. They can get fucked.
Polish them.
Polish them? Nah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that is my gripe, because like, I try to do a lot of work now with Reels, which kind of sucks, I would say. Like Reels are cool, but nowadays you just have to post Reels to get seen. With like pictures. I have now like 16k followers, and I get like 200 likes on a picture. And when I had like 5k followers, I had like 600 to 1,000 likes on my pictures, which is like
watching Reels. No one is watching pictures.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to make like more Reels, and that is like I am a full-time knife maker, and I'm not a full-time content creator, but you have to be a full-time content creator at the same time.
When you scroll over Instagram yourself, like, do you actually look at pictures?
Yeah, I more look at pictures than at videos.
No, I don't, and
I
think
do.
that 90% of the people don't. Everyone
Yeah.
I'm
has
looking
a
at the pictures too.
TikTok brain now.
Yeah, I have TikTok, sadly, so I watch videos sometimes there, but I also try to push like my like a TikTok ForgeWorks account there, so to get like all my media out at the same time, which is the good thing is with those reels or TikToks or shorts is
Share them everywhere.
I can do one video and share it at 3 platforms, which is
Yeah.
kind of neat, which you can't do with like that one picture. And sometimes like the algorithm goes wild, and I had like videos on Instagram which hit like 150,000 k views, which is insane. But since that like crackdown on the knife community, I haven't made a video that hit over 10,000 Ks, and you can see in the insides that it mostly gets shown to your following. So even though my account is green, you still have that feeling like, yeah, those videos are not getting shown to other people, which is, it's kind of weird. I don't know. And that's just sometimes frustrating because you try to live from that. You do what they want for the algorithm. You push out like a video each day, and like, what should I show more than rock patterning or grinding knives, which is kind of like for my followers is like, I don't want to annoy them with like the same video over and over again, because I feel bad for them to see like, oh yeah, he's posting the same rock patterning video just with a different handle color, or he's grinding knives again. I want to show actually like new designs, new Cerakote finishes, but they don't get like posted out to like nearly all my followers. They just getting shown to like 1,000 from all these 16,000 people, which is kind of aggravating, I would say. And that is, I would say, my biggest gripe at the moment, that you have to be a content creator at the same time that you're like a full-time knife maker, and then you don't get that from Instagram, that like that feeling, all right, my content is getting seen, because they want you to push out more content, and then sometimes you get that hit in the algorithm, you're like, wow, I got 150,000 views, I have to post more and more and more, and then it's getting down again, and
But
then you're like,
does it translate into sales?
yeah, like when I had those, I had like a couple of videos that were really, really good with like 150,000, 40,000 views, and I had like last year I was like at 9,000 followers, and it took me like a year to get those another 1,000 followers, and then I had those videos which just blew up, and I had like 6,000 more followers in like 2 to 3 months. I had like each week like 200 people coming in, and I noticed that.
It's crazy. It's just you need, if one video goes really viral, then it's. I remember when Brian House was on, like, I think he was on like 20,000 or 30,000 followers or something, and he had a reel go absolutely completely viral, like in the millions, and then he jumped to 80,000 followers in like a couple.
Yeah,
of years.
that's crazy. I think it's Gently Custom Works or so. He's also a really cool guy.
Matt Gentry.
Yeah, Gentry. And like we follow each other, and sometimes we talk, and I knew we were always like at the same following, I would say. And I noticed that he was posting more and more videos, and then one day I was going at his profile, checked it out, and it was like, dude, you were just at 10,000, now you were at 100,000 followers. Like, dude, what, like,
blew up like crazy.
Yeah, so, and then I noticed, like, yeah, I have to post more videos, and to all my followers that love my content, I'm sorry that I can't post that many pictures. It's just how the algorithm works, and we sadly have to do that, and I have to push out those rock pattern videos because Instagram likes them.
Yeah, well, and also, like, if you have all those pictures, just turn those freaking pictures into a reel.
Yeah.
Well,
and also the cool thing is there are like so many apps like CapCut or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
like stupid shit gets sometimes so many views where I'm like just putting a meme into it, and it just blows up, and I'm like, that was now work of like 2 minutes, and when I put out like how to sharpen knives, like a reel with like 1 or 2 it just gets like 3,000 views, and I'm like, dude, like that took me now like 2 hours all in all, and with that one fucking video there, it just, like, stupid shit gets like so many views, and when you put really effort into it, it doesn't get pushed out.
People are turning into TikTok zombies.
Some of it is the music choice. If you pick a song that like is a big hit right now, they share it just because of the song.
Yeah, it's super weird, I would say. And I also like what you can also do now. I have like a AI program now that cuts my YouTube videos into real formats, so I can also push that out, which is really nice, because then I record a YouTube video, and then I put it into that AI program, and then I have like 5 to 6 more reels, and that program that's like kind of weird at the same time. It shows you like a score, like this video is good because you have like a good hook, and then it just scores those videos, like you should do that, you should change that. It's super weird. It's
what that tips.
Yeah, like it shows crazy. You like it scores those videos, and it shows you like this video has like a score of 90, and there's like maybe a video where I'm just grinding, and it shows like, like you don't have a good hook in it, you don't have that much information in that video because you're not talking in that video or so people could get bored and skip, which is super crazy. What
be yelling at that thing for like after 5 seconds, like shut the fuck up, robot.
Is that a paid app, or is it something free?
You can use it for free, but then you have like the watermark in it, and the Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube algorithm doesn't like watermarks. I've noticed, when you download your own video from TikTok, and then it has that watermark, and you put that out on Instagram is like, nah, get fucked. You know?
I'm doing it the other way around too. I'm not posting TikTok shit on Instagram. They don't like it.
Yeah, so I always also try to, when I'm uploading like a video, it's just a feeling, I don't know if that is true, but when I put out like a video on Instagram, I don't like to post that same video at the same time at TikTok, because I'm not sure if that algorithm is also like seeing, he posted that same video on TikTok, so we don't want to push that out, you know. It's just a feeling. But when I did that, like my views were really low, and when I didn't, it was better. It's just a feeling, so I don't know.
So when you like post the same video that you do on Instagram, like a day or two later on TikTok,
that's fine.
But do you have like kind of the same views, or is that also random?
Like my TikTok is just starting out. I have like 60 followers, so go ahead, hit that follow button. But it's just sometimes when I started my TikTok account way back, and then I stopped posting there, and now I'm trying it again because I have all these videos, because I'm putting much more effort into those videos. So why not share it on all the platforms and just try it out, you know, because what can you lose?
Matt, have you been doing TikTok for a while now, or?
No. Sorry, thought you were asking me.
I said Matt. That's all right.
Oh, sorry.
I've been using TikTok like for like half a year now, but I keep forgetting to post on there because I never look on TikTok either. I think I despise it too much.
I downloaded the app, and it was like, it took too long to try and figure stuff out, and I gave up on it right away.
It's so dumb, man.
Yeah, definitely. But the algorithm of TikTok wants you to post like every day, and I don't want you to post like one video, they want you to post like 2 to 3 videos, which is like mind blowing to me. Like, I'm like, how should I make that much content if it's not my like main job, you know? Like, I have a main job and I have to do at the same, so I try to post like one video, and otherwise they can just get fucked, you know?
Yeah, it's like you need somebody in the shop all the time taking videos just to take care of your social media stuff.
Yeah. So, like, people often ask me if I want to get like a second guy into my shop to like work on those knives, and I'm not at the stage yet that I can afford it, but I'm always saying like, I don't want a guy that like helps me out with my knives, because I have those production knives, so I could pump out like 50 production knives in a week easily. So I rather would have like a guy that does the media stuff for me, that follows me around with a camera, does the editing and all that kind of stuff, because this is so important to have a really good media in your background, because you can make those fantastic knives, really beautiful, integral, Damascus, all that kind of stuff, but if your media is shit and people don't see your stuff, they don't buy it because they don't know you. So for me, media is more important. So I have new customers coming in, want to get my name or getting my name out there, and people are going to buy my knives. So I would rather do that than have someone do some more rock patterning. That's just my plan in the future, if that works out.
Yeah, they wanna see your videos, they wanna know you, they wanna buy your story and not so much your knife, because there's millions of knives out there.
Yeah. Definitely, and it's I think it's so important also to have then build a strong community with those videos, because people see behind that product, they see you, and they then want to support you. Like, yeah, he's a charming guy, I want to get a knife from him, because then they have a better connection to that knife. Like, he's a cool guy, he does great work, and they kind of know me, you know, from all those videos from behind.
They have the feeling they really know you.
So I think that is really important, to get just media stuff, you know, because all those big companies without like a good media wouldn't be that big.
Nope. It's 50% to make stuff, and it's 50% to sell stuff. Yeah,
that's why, like, especially with like movies, they cost like 200 millions to make, and they put like 200 millions into the commercial of that movie, which is mind blowing. But otherwise, they wouldn't get the profit in.
Exactly.
Matt, we got 2 new Patreon followers since the last episode. We got Patreon. If you go on to Patreon, we're at WFI Europe Podcasts. You guys can help support the podcast for €1 a month. And as of now, like I said, we got 5 followers. We got Christoph Stiegler, Sven Nord Artisan, Fagerlund Bladesmith, and we got 2 new ones, Mark Vanderworth from 118 Blades, and Bird Forge. Bird Forge, Travis Haynes.
Yeah, Mr.
Joined us.
Paste.
Yeah.
The vegan knife wax maker.
Yeah, he made a post about that.
Yeah, he told us he was actually vegan, and he was very offended by my comment on his vegan pelican paste. I actually got a deal with him for the 2 knife shows that we're going to, Keith.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 100 tins of pelican paste and 100 tins of shop hands to hand out.
Nice. I'm gonna have to get some of that shop hands.
Yeah. Well,
are these full size tins or the little tins?
No, we're gonna give away the little ones.
Nice.
Yep. It's pretty awesome stuff. It smells delicious. And he promised to put some cow fat in there for me.
So, special edition.
Yeah, don't want that vegan stuff.
Bacon bits on top of there.
Yeah.
Chris, you're probably not using any kind of waxes and pastes like that, are you? Or do you put any of that?
Sometimes I use like most of the time I use just ballistol for like my just oiling up all these knives, because it is kind of like, it doesn't smell natural, but it is not like food poisoning when you put it on that blade. But I also
order a tin of pelican paste, my man.
I also have that Renaissance wax
Yeah.
that you can put on like carbon steel blades, and then I have like that chameleon oil, which is also for like my chef knives that I make out of carbon steel. So I just fill that up into like a small bottle and ship that out with that knife, so people can take care of their knives as well.
Knife care.
I bought that.
You do the blist oil on the G10 probably, right, to get rid of all the
yeah.
dust.
I just blasted with it, you know. And also like the blade, and because you never know if like
he's
the
throwing shit on there, man.
Yes, so, like one guy he wrote me like, hey man, like next time when you ship a knife, like there was like so much ballistol on it. Like I tried to clean it up, but he like took off the scales and there was like a lot of ballistol still under it. He was like, man, I could have made like a salad dressing out of it. So yeah, that's just like, but I just spray the whole knife, wipe it down, and just to protect the knife, because you never know if the package gets wet and then like it stands in like the garden shed or something like that.
Yeah, customs gonna take it out and fucking handle it.
Yeah, and you can clean it up, just take a paper towel and just get rid of it. And because especially with like carbon steels, I just heavily oil them, because you never know what happens with that package, and I don't want to have like the customer gets like a stained knife with like rust spots on it or so.
Awesome.
Matt, did you ship out any of the Apollo forges yet?
No, I'm waiting on the ceramic liner, man. Everything is ready. Even the stickers are on the freaking packages, but it's just a liner. It's been taking a while for it to get here.
What are you using for a liner?
It's ceramic liner, ceramic
like a
thingy,
like a wool liner.
Yeah. It goes around the bricks.
Around the bricks between the outside.
Yeah. To protect the steel even more. You can just light the forge up and sit on it for at least like 15 to I think even half an hour.
It doesn't get hot.
Wouldn't burn your balls or ass.
Chris, you don't forge, right? Are you doing all stock removal?
Well, I'm called Forge Work, so I do forging, but not as often as I want to do.
Change his name to stock removal works.
Yeah, stock. Yeah, that's also like another running gag with me. Like people are always like, "Hey man,
Where's
why
the
you?"
forge part?
Yeah, it's true. You know, but I can explain it. You know, like when I made up that company, when I started that company, my plan was to forge more, but where I opened up my workshop, I couldn't forge because like my neighbors would go mental. Like I was happy that because it was like in a normal living area in the garage of my dad, and I couldn't just like light a forge and forge, but that's the plan. And then when I moved my shop into like a official shop where I can forge, I had like so many orders in, and like I had to do so much work on like that stock removal that I didn't have the time and just to put that into forging. So now I started with some chef knives that I forged. Now I'm just working on a cleaver that is also partially forged, and some part is stock removal. And because at the moment I rather want to invest into those like mid-tech production knives because they go really well, instead of like a power hammer or a really nice hydraulic press. so that should come in the later part. Like, I have like a plan in my head how I want to work that out. So I want to have like full production knives. So I don't do anything on them, but they have like a really lower price, but still good quality. Then I want to have like, it's like a 3-tier system, you know. And then I want to have like my normal stock removal handmade knives, which are of course all handmade. And then I want to have like that tier 3, which is like forged integral knives, maybe some Damascus, some like maybe Bowies and all that kind of stuff. But
stuff,
yeah, like the high class stuff where maybe I do like 10 in a year or so, you know, they're really rare and all that kind of stuff. But then people can decide, do I want to buy like a 2,000 euro knife, or do I want to maybe buy like a 150 euro knife, you know? So everyone can afford like a Forgeworks knife. So that is my plan. We'll see if it works out.
Yeah, when you're doing
you're on the right path.
When you're doing all the mid-tech knives, you get a lot of money tied up with laser cutter, and then you guys doing the sheaths and all the handle material you're buying from knife material, and
yeah.
I would seriously look into maybe locally find someone with a high-tech milling machine that would do like smaller batches for you.
Yeah, that's like I'm looking around, but I also had like
I had the same problem with my grinder wheels, and I finally found one local to me that is just awesome. I can just order smaller orders and still have them at a good pricing.
Totally stand behind you. I asked some, like I have to maybe ask more around, but I had some companies that didn't even want to work with me because I'm making knives, I'm making weapons, and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yes,
like, you don't want to mill that for me? No, you're making weapons. Like, welcome to Germany. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I had like 5 or 6 companies that just told me off because like, yeah, we are not making weapons for you.
No,
like,
but if the army comes and order parts from them, then no problem.
Yeah, like they're working with H&K together. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, the funny thing is, like, my water jet company is the same company I asked because they have CNC machines. They could make those stuff. So because they have different departments. Like the water jet guy is totally fine with cutting out all these knives for me. But the guy from the CNC part of the company, he's like, no, we don't want to make weapons. I'm like, the fuck? So you're cutting out the water jet cuts for me, but you don't want to mill it for me. Like, what? It's so stupid. Like, but that's just how it is. So we'll see what comes in the future.
Awesome, man.
Is that a wrap, guys? Or?
I think
so. I do have a question for both of you.
Oh no, I thought we were gonna be able to get away with this one.
No.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather cut your own eyelids off with scissors or pull each of your teeth out with a wrench?
That's tough. You know?
That's not tough for me.
Well, I would take the eyelids.
Oh my god, but you can't put eyelids back on.
Yeah, but you know, then I never sleep and I can grind more.
Yeah, you also get all the dust in your eyes all the time.
I just wear a full face mask, you know, problem solved.
For the rest of your life.
Well, yeah, but teeth, like, dude, then you have to wear like those weird things in your mouth. I'm like, nah. Nah.
Okay, well, fair enough. Keith, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Would you rather fart uncontrollably during a first date or eat your date's earwax?
Fart uncontrollably.
Yeah, same.
That's easy.
Yeah,
easy.
You just blame it on the table next to you.
Yeah.
Just do it
West
secretly,
Coast.
you know?
Yeah. Okay, man. I think that's
All right.
a wrap.
That was a good one.
It was a pleasure.
Hey, Chris, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram, forge.works, and on my webpage, forgeworks.de. That's I think the main place where you can find me.
Perfect.
Where can they find you, Keith?
They can find me on Instagram at knifematerial.at. I'm also on Facebook, but not very often. And on the Work for It Europe podcast.
Ooh. Okay, man.
Where can they find you? You're not going to tell us?
Nope.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. DIY_Europe everywhere.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for
See you
listening.
on the flip side, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
European style.